What's going on, everybody? Welcome to This Week in Wrestling. Pretty, pretty good week as far as wrestling stuff goes. I am joined today by Mr. Colebone himself, Mr. JP Baker. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. It's going to be a long weekend, I hope, because I don't want to go on this trip I'm going on next week. Yeah, it
Do
was
you want
actually all right week for wrestling, except for Tuesday or Monday. Monday sucked dick, if I could throw that term out there. Um, a lot of news, a lot more news than last week. Um, I can tell you that much.
to? Mm-hmm.
And I know Bobbitt's gonna take off here in about 5 minutes. He's gonna go say goodbye to his dad. So if you could start off with what's in the title, and I've been hearing this all fucking week. Why is this wrestling news? Why does anybody what how does Nikki Bella and John Cena affect wrestling with what is going on in their personal life? Why do we care? I don't give a shit. It doesn't affect me storyline wise for anything, unless they're going to be in a match together against each other. I don't understand why people are flipping their shit about this. Who fucking cares about fucking John Cena and Nikki Bella and whether or not they are in a relationship or not? It does nothing for me as a wrestling fan. My niece is raising her hand explicitly. I'm going to let her explain why this is a big deal. You're like raising your hand. They aren't together. That's a no. Oh, Nikki Bella? They're not. They broke up. So for me, being I don't care what happens on Total Divas. I don't care what happens on Total Bellas. I don't watch them shows. As a wrestling fan, that's not wrestling. That's a fucking soap opera that nobody fucking cares about. It's a soap opera with wrestling fans or wrestlers. That's it. That is it. I don't care. I'm pretty sure Bobbitt don't care, even though John Cena is one of his favorite superstars. It just makes him look fucking dumb. I don't. What are they doing? Where are they going with the story? Is what I want to know. If they're going to turn this into a wrestling thing, what the fuck is WWE doing? You know.
Yeah.
So, but I want people to answer me. I'm asking this question: what good and who cares about John Cena and Nikki Bella? How does it affect wrestling? How does it affect you as a fan? What is it doing to you? Does it matter? I'm so fucking sick and tired of real life. And I get it. It's okay to have real life involved in wrestling. I get that. It actually adds to the story. This is doing nothing but it's a publicity stunt. I don't care if it's work. I don't care if it's fucking real. I really don't care. I could give two shits about what Nikki Bella and fucking Brie Bella do on a daily basis. They were good for the women's division for a little bit because that's all they had was Brie and Nikki until AJ Lee came along, and then she left, so Nikki and Brie were it.
Be right back.
Yep, until Charlotte and them came up and added to the program. And we all know where that is going because they are not building to anything with the women. Well, they're trying to, but they've dug themselves a hole. They've got a long way to go as far as that. Hold on a second. Go ahead, say what you got to say. Jesus. Um, yeah, I mean, Trek, I get it, but I don't know if they're gonna do that. I wish they would. I wish they would just drop the whatever they're doing. I don't know. Hopefully they don't bring this into the WWE uh, thing. This has been beat to death. Nobody cares. People are still talking about it. I mean, I'm talking about it, but I'm telling you, this is the last time I'm gonna fucking talk about it because I've heard all over Twitter. Oh my God, the John Cena Nikki thing is bad for wrestling. How? Please, somebody fucking tell me. How is it bad for wrestling? Why does Nikki Bella and John Cena make a fucking difference? What happens in wrestling? The product's never going to get better unless they come up with better storylines. And we talked about this a little bit last night with Drew when we did the Monday Night Wars review. Um, Now that Bobbitt is back, I'm going to ask him what he thinks about this. And I
What
don't just
the?
say, I don't care, but tell me.
Oh, the Cena and Nikki Billy thing.
Yeah, I'm still on it.
Okay. Well.
He said Nicky Billy.
Well, honestly, this does nothing for me. Like, I didn't even know they was dating until Total Divas. To be honest with you,
Right.
that's how far off I care about this.
Yep.
I mean, this makes for good reality TV, but this has no problem. This has no. This has nothing to do with wrestling.
I think
Like,
the I can see where the only thing that it could do is add viewers. That is it. That is all it is doing. And whether or not, and I'm talking to Raw and SmackDown, whether or not John Cena and Nikki Bella are going to show up and they're going to have an argument on Raw or SmackDown. But then they're not, so they're going to lose those viewers anyway. So why even fucking do it? What does it fucking matter? You know what I mean? It doesn't.
yeah,
It doesn't. I mean, it affects viewership maybe a little bit, but then you're going to lose those viewers when they see, oh, this isn't an episode of Total Bellas. I'm out. They don't care. They don't care to watch Roman Reigns be shoved down their throat. They only care what happens with Nikki Bella and John Cena. That's called a casual fan, by the way, people. So, because they don't know what wrestling, they don't understand what it's all about. But go ahead, finish what you were saying. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
no, you good. But I will. This is the last thing I'll say on this. This is good for ratings for Total Bellas or Divas or Total Butt Plugs, whatever the fuck they're calling this stupid shit now. It'll help out that, but as far as wrestling goes, I'm tired of hearing about it. I really do not give a fuck what those two do.
Yep.
Like I'm a John Cena fan for his in-work stuff and what he does outside the company. I don't give a fuck what his relationships are.
Yep.
He he could go marry Stormy Daniels for all I give a fuck about.
I mean, and two, this whole thing with Carmella and John Cena, and I think I said this last week. It's a hoax. It's fake news. It's just a troll trying to get his 2 cents in or her 2 cents in, thinking, whatever. And that whole Grimm's Toy Show with Doll Cat, that's all. It's all a show. It's not real, people. Calm down. That's a work. The Nikki Bella, John Cena, Carmella thing, that's fake. Whether or not John Cena and Nikki Bella is a work, like I said, I don't care. How does it affect me? Is it going to affect the WWE World Heavyweight title? I don't think so. Nikki Bella's not going to be going for that title. I don't care. So, Yeah, I'm so sick and tired of fucking people thinking that this has to do with wrestling when it does not. At no point are Nikki Bella and John Cena going to get in the ring and fight. I don't care. I do not care about it anymore. Um, like I said, the Carmella and John Cena thing, that's fake. I think John Cena has a little bit more character than people think. Come on. Give me a fucking break. Yes, he had issues previously, but I think he's past that now. I think he's a better person for what happened to him or what he did. Um, does that excuse what he did? No, because he cheated on his previous wife. So I will go no further with that. I'm just saying, has he learned from his mistakes? I think so. I would hope. Yeah, well, like Heather just said, I would hope so. I talked about this on fucking Monday. I think it was Monday. Obsessed WWE fans being hypocritical. Look, if you're a Roman Reigns fan, that does not give you the fucking right to go and talk shit about a Samoa Joe fan. You're just being hypocritical. See, what I'm trying to get at here is Roman Reigns fans will sit there and fucking say you have no right to talk about Roman Reigns. You don't fucking know, blah blah, whatever. They defend him. They're what's that word I'm looking for? They're plants. And it's been proven. I got a tweet from somebody that said I'm a plant for Roman Reigns. I don't care about Roman Reigns. WWE pays me to say this shit. That's pretty fucking sad when WWE has to fucking do that to get this guy 3 point whatever million followers. That's pretty bad. You know? I mean, I'm sure he still has close to 2 million followers, but or 3 million followers, but there are plants out there. They plant people in Twitter to talk up Roman Reigns like he's a shit. So yeah, speaking of Roman Reigns, if there's a question in there I need to know, you need to tell me. No, it's still not working, Trek. You are correct. That's the next thing I'm going to talk about. Well, what are your thoughts on it, Bobbit? The Roman Reigns or WWE fans being hypocritical, obsessed, and I'm talking obsessed fans, which are creepy within itself. Because you got those Paige fans, they're doing fan art, and there's this one that's really fucking creepy. She's like older than Paige, but she calls her mama, and it is weird. It is creepy. If I was Paige, I'd be like, fuck off. Please.
And what's so sad is, there was this one time I was on Twitter. This was 2 years before I met y'all. I saw a fat dude dressed up as Nikki Bella.
Yeah, I know. Hey, you got to keep it down.
I'm like, oh god, that's too much.
Right. It's sad that fans have to stoop to levels that, and they will block you for defending your thoughts. Like they'll put in their tweet, it says nobody said you could jump into my tweet. My mentions. Don't jump into my mentions. I said then fucking make it private. Don't make it public. If you don't like what fucking somebody's gonna say, then don't fucking make it public. You shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. Maybe a restraining order, maybe not. But that being said, let's stay on the Roman train here. What is next for Roman? We know he's not going to be at Money in the Bank. What are they going to do with him? I personally think they're going to put him in a feud with Jinder Mahal just to try to get him over, and it's still not going to work. It's still not going to. He's still going to get fucking booed. Bobbit, I know you're a big Roman Reigns fan. I think that what they're trying to do they've got to stop doing this. They have somebody right in front of their face right now that could be the face of the company, and I'm not talking about Daniel Bryan. I'm talking about Seth Rollins. He is right there. He did it right. He went from heel to face and got himself over. He's a former WWE champion. Give the guy a chance. I guarantee you he's the obvious choice to take over the mantle. That's just my thoughts. What are your thoughts about it?
Honestly, I don't know. Well, I don't know what they're going to do with Roman.
Do you
They need to.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, there's. You might as well just go ahead and repackage him as a heel, because. Huh?
Do you
Go
think?
ahead.
Okay, so do you think that he is the next big thing, or do you think that mantle is that's just you're done with it?
I honestly don't even know. You can throw the fucking kitchen sink at this guy, and he still won't go over.
Yep. Yep.
I just don't know what it's going to take. At this point, I don't even know him being heel is going to do anything.
So
this is how bad it's getting. Like, and I love Roman. Like Roman's a really good wrestler, but dude,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. You know, people says, "Oh, turn them heel. We will like them." We've seen this before, like John Cena.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, but here's the thing: Cena's still over, even though he gets half boos, half cheers.
Yeah.
It's sad to see because Roman is pretty good inside the ring. He could be the face of the company. It's like The Rock all over again before he became The Rock. So they're just extending. What are they extending? What The Rock? They're trying to see if they can do it, and they're still trying to do it. It makes no sense. They need to move on. That's just the bottom line. They need to move on. Seth is the face of the company. Seth Rollins is the face of the company. They could move forward from that. And then there is your heel turn for Roman Reigns. Right there is on Seth. That is how you possibly get him the legit heel heat that he should be getting. Instead of the boos that I don't want to fucking see you on TV. I mean, I'm going to a live event next month in Dubuque. I want to see what happens when he's there because I think he's scheduled to be there. I want to see what kind of boos and what kind of cheers he gets because they don't give us really apparently they're not giving us what, So, yeah. Moving on, Brock Lesnar's reign. If he holds on to the title until after Money in the Bank, would you consider that record broken? The longest reign in modern WWE.
I don't think so.
Why not?
Because he hasn't defended it as much as Punk did.
Throw that out the window. It's not about how many times he defended it. It's how long he's had the title. You can't really say that.
I don't know. This is one of those.
You know what I'm going to say? I don't think it should be, but it is. Want to know why? Is it This is the question this is a thing that everybody's missing. Is it or is it not a top title in the WWE?
Yeah.
Then the record should be broken. The record will be broken.
Granted, the Universal title's not prestigious as the WWE
I
title is, but
understand that. However, it's a top title in the
right.
WWE. You can't argue that, right?
Yeah.
Longest reigning champion, and it doesn't say, because they can say the Universal Champion is a WWE Championship, right? Yes? There's your answer. It is a WWE Championship. So the record will be broken whether people like it or not. If you don't like it, stop watching, deal with it. Nothing I can do. You, I, or nobody else, except for those record keepers and those historians that keep records for WWE, they're the ones that will make that determination. I think they're going to do it. They think about it. They wouldn't do it any other way. I mean, what else? Why would they keep the title on the guy? Just to keep the title on the guy? The guy's never fucking there. You know what I mean? You falling asleep there, Bobbit?
No.
Liar! I'm just kidding. But, yeah, so that being said, we're going to move on to CM Punk. Here's why CM Punk will never be in the WWE again, in my opinion. He has a court case. A doctor from the WWE is suing CM Punk for slander. CM Punk is never coming back to the WWE because of this. You will never see CM Punk in a WWE ring because of this fucking lawsuit. He is being sued. Number one, he will not be at All In because he has a fight on June 9th. So you can just throw that out the window. There are now reports saying that he's not even going to be at All In. So, that being said,
JP, I think it's a little far-fetched to say never.
I don't think he will. Not with this. Not unless... I'm telling you, Bobbit. Think about it. This WWE physician, who is still the WWE physician there, is suing CM Punk. CM Punk will never be in a WWE ring as long as he is there. They will not invite him back as long as that guy is there. And I don't think they're going to get rid of that guy. Because he was not wrong. That's why he is suing CM Punk.
Yeah, I see your point now.
I'm fine. I'm not mad.
I know you're not. It just...
my niece is over here saying, calm down, I'm fine. I'm just...
I just would never say never, but you're probably right, though.
Yeah. It's just one of those things. From reading what was said, I just go read it. I don't think you'll ever see him in a WWE ring again. And I don't think he ever wants to come back to the WWE, to be honest with you. Not after the way they've treated him. I wouldn't want to.
Nah, he's happy with the way he is now. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yep. I mean, yeah.
Of course, the fans want him back, but...
Right. That being said, All In is sold out. And it's sold out in 30 minutes. And we've talked about this week, talking about it again. WWE, they apparently no-sold this. That in itself is a mistake. Because Ring of Honor is backing this. So if Ring of Honor can back this 10,000 seat thing, and they can build on that, I'm telling you they can get momentum. New Japan fucking comes in and says, we're going to help fund you guys. They might. The only opportunity is Ring of Honor to ever give WWE competition. To become a big-time player in the wrestling business. They've lost some of their big superstars like Adam Cole and Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Daniel Bryan, Samoa Joe, Seth Rollins, who was Tyler Black in Ring of Honor. In fact, I think he was their first champion.
Yeah.
So I think
Here's
we will.
something interesting, JP.
Hold on a
Uh,
second. Hold on a second. I I think they might stream it because if Ring of Honor is backing this, they might say, yeah, you know what, we'll back it. You don't have to type that in there. They can hear me, honey. Oh, okay, whatever. Oh, okay, whatever. Fucking weirdo. Go ahead, say what you're gonna say about it. Go ahead, type it in there.
Here's something interesting. It would have sold out faster, but the website that they used for the tickets kept crashing. That's why it was 30 minutes. It would have sold out even faster.
Yep. It's because so many people were jumping on there. The server could only take so many people. Um, so yeah, I agree with you. It probably would have.
And here's another thing that's interesting. For you people going, oh, JP's wrong, and this, that, and the other, think about this. There's only 200 tickets for All In that's being resold right now. There's 4,000 SummerSlam tickets being resold right now.
Think about that. That's WWE's second biggest pay-per-view.
That
SummerSlam is
that should
WWE's second biggest pay-per-view.
that should concern you a lot.
Uh-huh. Well, it shouldn't concern you. It's actually a good thing for WWE. It's just WWE better be fucking careful and just not no-sell
Mhm.
it. They better take fucking notice because three guys that aren't even fucking promoters sold 10,000 tickets. I'm going to repeat myself one more time. Three guys that aren't even promoters. They're just wrestlers. Were challenged by a certain Dave fucking Meltzer. Y'all know how I feel about that fucking dipshit.
Oh God.
Said that they couldn't sell tickets. Three wrestlers sold tickets in 10,000 tickets in less than 30 minutes. And like Bob had said, it probably would have been less if the server was any bigger. So, WWE, as a WWE fan, Vince McMahon, I am pleading you. I know that I don't have the followers. I don't have the voice. You had better pay attention because you will lose this fight. They're putting out a better product than you. They're telling a better story than you. They're doing what the fans want them to do, not what the fans want them to do. Because if the fans start getting everything that they want, that's what happened to the WWE. The fans started getting what they wanted, and now they're not, and now they're pissed off. They're giving them what they want, but yet they're making them understand. They're helping them understand that you can't always have the bank. We've got to be able to build a story on something other than fucking Roman Reigns, let's say. You know what I mean? So WWE, please, if you're watching this, if you're paying any attention to this, which I know you're not, you better pay attention. Because three guys that are just wrestlers, not promoters, sold 10,000 seats in less than 30 minutes. You can't even do that in one day. That's all I have to say about that. I don't think CW is going to carry it. It'd have been nice. But, yeah, they're going to make people pay for it. If they do. They got to be able to... Because you got to think about this. Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks are financing this. So they have to be able to pay the wrestlers. Like Okada's going to be there. Kenny Omega's going to be there. These guys aren't going to come cheap unless they're saying, we'll do this for free because we're good friends. I don't know. They could be.
Oh,
They could be
did
doing
you
this
hear
for a.
the?
They could be doing this for a benefit too.
Did you hear the main event for Dominion for NJPW?
Hold on. What was that, Heather? Yep, at that too. And like I said, and Heather said, I don't know why they wouldn't do it. I would if I was doing this. I'd say all the proceeds are going to, I don't know, Big Brothers, Little Sisters, or Boy Scouts of America, Boys and Girls Clubs of America, whatever. You know what I mean. All the proceeds that we make, all the profits that we make off of this goes to charity, which would really benefit them. Then then WWE better be paying attention. Um, but go ahead. What were you going to say, Bobbit, about Dominion? I was going to talk about that a little bit here too.
Well, okay, well, this is the perfect transition to that. The main event's going to be Okada versus
Yeah,
Omega.
I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. But Omega did not challenge Okada. Okada challenged Omega. I think there are reports that Omega is coming to the WWE. If he does not win the title, he may come to the WWE. If he wins the title, he's going to hold it until Wrestle Kingdom, and then he's going to come to WWE. Do I want Kenny Omega to come to WWE? As long as he has creative control, not creative control, but as long as he is assured that he will be able to, that his gimmick will stay what it is and that he will become one of the top. Because I'm telling you, if Kenny Omega comes to WWE and they build him right, which I know they can, he is your new face to the company. And he will be there for about a good 6-7 years. And
Dude,
he will make that company more than Roman Reigns could ever think.
JP, just think of the dream matches. Daniel Bryan
I
for
know.
Omega.
Yeah.
Fuck Drew McIntyre versus Omega.
Yeah. I mean, Drew McIntyre's he could, if built right, could be a face. They have 4 or 5 guys right now in the company that could actually be the face of this company, but they have so just kept shoving Roman Reigns down everybody's throat. Like, this is the guy. He's not. He's not. And I hate to break everybody's fucking heart. He's not. And I'm not talking shit about Roman. It's not his fault. It's Vince McMahon and corporate WWE's fault for doing that. That's where they made the mistake. That being said, we're going to talk about this television deal. I've talked about this over the last couple of days. I heard today, again, that Raw is staying on USA. They paid 3 times what the value USA did because it's their big
Really?
money maker. Yeah. USA
Damn.
paid them $240 million to
God.
stay on USA. Raw alone. They're
God.
going to move SmackDown to possibly Fox. I don't know how much that deal would be worth, but that's not happening until 2019. It's your grandmother. Tell her I'm on a show. I can't answer my fucking phone. But yeah, so expect in 2019 WWE to move SmackDown over to Fox. However, it's not going to Fox Sports 1. It's going to Fox.
What, like
Which
anybody can get Fox?
Like anybody can get Fox. Yes. That's the reports that it is going to Fox. Like just regular Fox. For here it's Fox 47 in Madison.
For us, it's 8 and 27.
Yeah. So it'd be on one of those two channels. Or both of them. So yeah. Which would help WWE immensely get their viewership up. And I pretty much guarantee you that Fox would end up winning the fucking ratings war with Raw. Because or SmackDown, because Fox is mainstream, everybody gets it, you get more viewers. Which I'm okay with, and I kind of figured that's what was going to happen because they don't USA doesn't want to let Raw go. That's been their staple since, well, off and on since 1993 when it first started. WWE's been with USA for years.
Oh God, yeah.
There's a couple of years there where they weren't. They went to TNN, then they went to Spike. So
I really miss TNN, by the way.
yeah, they aren't going to do 3 hours on Fox. They're only going to do two. That's what I
That's
heard.
okay with me.
Because here's the thing: they have to do the news, and the news comes like here. It comes on at 9 o'clock. I don't know what it comes on. What time? I think 10 for you, probably, Bobbit. I'm assuming.
Yeah, yeah, it's 10
See,
o'clock.
so it'll only be two hours unless 6 o'clock they start the show. But they have their syndicated programming that they do. Like here, they got the Big Bang Theory and Modern Family that they do Monday through
Yeah,
Friday.
for us, it's the Big Bang Theory and Seinfeld.
Yeah, that too. So yeah, um, but it'll probably be 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. my time, which is usual time the SmackDown comes on. Raw, they're gonna keep 3 hours. They're gonna keep it 3 hours, but they might actually put out a better program because then they would actually have to split the production teams up. Because right now they're all together. Like Vince McMahon could not beat at both shows.
Mm.
I don't know how he's going to do it. However he does it is however he does it. I don't know if that would be logistically possible for him. I don't know. I don't know
Well,
if he's there for both shows or not. I really don't know. I just know he's there for Raw all the time because that's his baby.
well, and think about it. We all know he's stepping away for the XFL in 2020.
He ain't
That
stepping.
might
There you go again with that. I don't. He's not taking over.
I know, but with him doing XFL and having his shows on 2 different channels,
What do you think his? Let me ask you
he
this.
might. Okay,
Hold on. Let me ask you this. What do you think his involvement in the XFL is going to be?
I don't think it's gonna be all. I don't think it's gonna be as much as it was before, but I think he's gonna have some part of it, whether it's small or
What
just behind
kind?
the scenes.
But what kind of involvement are you thinking that it would take him away from Raw or SmackDown?
I'm not really sure about that, honestly.
See, that's why I don't think. I don't think he. If you did you watch his press conference?
Yeah,
Okay, he said he is not going anywhere. He is still going to be doing the day-to-day operations. He is bringing people in to run the XFL. He's not running it. He's funding it. That's all he's doing. He's bringing people in to run it for him. He's not going anywhere. He's still going to be doing Raw and SmackDown. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong. But I don't. from his press conference, I don't think he's going anywhere. With that
We'll
being,
just have to wait and see.
yep, we'll have to wait and see. We're only making I'm only making speculation. Bobbitt could be right. Bobbitt's only making speculation. Bobbitt
Yeah,
could be.
exactly.
So I don't know. I don't know. It could go either way. Either he is or he isn't. It's a 50-50 shot. Let's get into Raw and SmackDown, and then we'll end the stream here. Raw started out with, of course, Roman Reigns coming out and saying he wanted Jinder Mahal. Of course, Kurt Angle comes out and, well, of course, Roman said, well, good. Make the triple threat a fucking fatal four-way. Well, he didn't say fucking, but he said make the triple threat a fatal four-way, and that way I can win the Money in the Bank. Roman Reigns was told by Kurt Angle that he will get no more opportunities at the Money in the Bank, which I'm okay with. He doesn't need the Money in the Bank. He honestly don't. And anybody, and I know Bobbitt was, I think that was all work on Monday, but you honestly think that he deserves a Money in the Bank? He got beat. He might get in a Royal Rumble. Well, no, because there's actually one slot left. And that slot's going to be filled, and that's SmackDown. So never mind. My bad. So Roman goes back and attacks Jinder, and that's what you're going to get for a feud at Money in the Bank. And so help me God, if that is the main event, I will flip my fucking shit. Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal being the main event. I guarantee it. There will be nobody left in the arena if that is the main event.
You know that's going to be the main event because that's how they are now.
I think it's going to be the men's Money in the Bank match. I really do.
Or it could be women's. Who knows?
It could be, but I think they're going to make the Money in the Bank, one of the Money in the Bank matches, the main event. Then we had the Intercontinental title, Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens. This match was there. I mean, there were some spots where they were beating the hell out of each other, but nothing really major. Because Kevin Owens will play later into the show at the end. But Seth Rollins ends up winning the title. Right now, Seth Rollins is the guy. And whether or not, and this is the way I'm looking at it from now on, that's how I'm looking at it, is Seth Rollins is the guy. Remember the Yes movement? You could do a Rollins movement and get away with it because it worked and it forces the WWE's hands. That's pretty much what the Yes movement did. But it's got to be organic. You can't make it a story. I mean, you could turn it into a storyline, but you can't rehash it. It's got to be organic. Yeah. It's got to be organic. How they go about doing that, I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's up to the fans. It is up to the fans. They have to voice their opinion. I know they have voiced their opinion by booing Roman all the time, but that's just not fucking working. Fans have got to go about doing it a different way. Getting up and walking out of the arena is a good way to start. I hate to say it, it's a good way to start, especially if Seth Rollins or if Roman Reigns is in the main event of matches. No, because no. I don't just let him run SmackDown. Let him take over the whole thing. He's already proven his worth. Look what he did. Look at what he did with 205 Live. Once Vince McMahon goes away, then it'll be Triple H and Stephanie. Stephanie and Triple H will run. It'll be Stephanie running the day-to-day operations. She'll be doing the fucking branding and all that stuff because that's what she does. And then Triple H will be running the shows just like Vince is. He'll be at every show saying, okay, this is what we're going to do. But he'll have advisors because I don't think Triple H will have the final say-so. He takes ideas from people and he runs with them. That's why NXT is so successful. He actually listens to what other people are saying and says, hey, don't you think this would be a better idea? Actually, it would. Let's do that. And they run with it. So that's what I see happening when Triple H takes over. He's not just going to have the final say so. He's going to actually have input from Shawn Michaels or Pritchard or the T.J. Wilson, who is Tyson Kidd. He produced the match between Seth Rollins and The Miz at Backlash, and that was the best match of the night. Very close to a 5-star match. That guy is the future producer of WWE, in my opinion. Then we had a triple threat for Money in the Bank. Bobby Roode versus Baron Corbin versus No Way Jose. Of course, you could have gone with Baron Corbin or Bobby Roode here. I would not put No Way Jose in this match at all, but they did. Bobby Roode ended up winning with the. Didn't he get it with the DDT? Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't really care. Ross sucked. It was terrible. Um,
it did.
Bobby Roode ends up qualifying for Money in the Bank, and there's one more spot left for Money in the Bank. The next match is the B team, Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel, trying to come up with a team name. And I'm telling you right now, that shirt that they wore, that white T-shirt with the B on it, that could very easily be a big merch if they do it right. The B team versus Breezango. I thought Breezango was going to win, and they were just going to continue the losing streak because they talked about it. B team ended up winning. They're undefeated as a team now. Not as Miztourage, but as the B team, which part of the storyline. I think these guys are going to get a little bit of a push. I don't think they're going to get the titles, but they'll get a push to the titles. And they might break off and do single stuff because them two are talented as hell. Bo Dallas is a former NXT champion. I think he was one of the longest reigning champions too, if I remember correctly. And then Curtis Axel, everybody knows who he is. Mr. Perfect's son. The guy has talent inside the ring. I would let him go. I would let these guys have a singles run, at least at the U.S. title or the IC title, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had a I keep calling it a triple threat tag team. It's a 6-man tag. So it's 3-on-3. Sasha Banks, Natalya, and Ember Moon versus the Riot Squad. What are they doing with Sasha Banks? Like, she is not even factoring into this. Did she do something? Is it because, and I'm so sick and tired of hearing about how she treats her fans. I don't care. I've said it before. You don't bury your talent. Bury them at a fucking live show. Don't bury them on fucking Raw and SmackDown because you're ruining their kind of ruining their career, kind of ruining the story you're trying to tell. There is the story of Bayley and Sasha still sitting there, and I know Heathers keeps saying, no, that story's dead. It's still there. They're just putting it on the back burner. I guarantee it, they'll bring it to the forefront again. I know, but that's part of the story. They're just not telling it that way. I don't know why. So Natalya ended up winning by putting Liv Morgan in the sharpshooter. So also that night we also found out that Ronda Rousey is getting a title shot at Money in the Bank. Now, merge, and I'm telling you right directly. I know people are like, oh, God. WWE did this. Not Ronda Rousey. WWE did this. Now, they went about it this way. Nia Jax challenged Ronda Rousey for the title. In a to whatever. Not vice versa. Ronda did not challenge. Nia challenged Ronda. So that's how WWE went about it, and that's their workaround to where Ronda Rousey has to work her way up to the top. Because if you heard what Nia Jax said, she said, I want to face the best. I don't know if she is the best. I think Sasha Banks is the best wrestler on fucking Raw on the women's side right now. Ember Moon is up there just by default because she is that good. Natalya is probably number 3. But because Natalya is still a very good worker, so. But Natalya ended up winning, and I think what's going to happen is there's going to be a fuck finish. Ronda Rousey is not going to win the title. Natalya is going to interfere because she did the same thing on SmackDown. She goes, what about my opportunity? What about me? What about me? Oh, I'm just talking. So that's what I see happening. What are your thoughts, Bobbit, real quick on that? I forgot to talk about that in my news and notes.
I have nothing else to add. You pretty much hit the nail on the head there.
Right, and I agree with you, but you know the workaround. The WWE worked around it. They may. I hope it don't. She has. Every time she's been in the ring, she's actually passed every test so far. Now comes the real test. She has to carry this match. She has to carry this match because Nia Jax can't carry a wet paper bag without it ripping, with nothing in it. That's how bad Nia Jax is, in my opinion. You all right? Okay. Next match, we had Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. They faced the Revival. Look, what are they doing with the Revival? Send them back down to NXT for live shows. I hope they need to send them back down, back down, back down. That's my opinion. Will they? Probably not. They'll still use them as jobbers or whatever. Sad to see, but whatever. We're not getting. Everybody thought we were getting a tag team Money in the Bank. That's been shot. Yep, they put a kibosh on it. Do you want to know why? I'll get into that later. Then Sami Zayn came out. I didn't really even watch that match. The Matt Hart, that was a squash match, I think. It was like 3-minute match, 5-minute match, or whatever. Then Sami Zayn came out and cut a promo on Bobby Lashley. He said he's going to have his sisters at the next. He's got a dish. He's got what is the word I'm looking for? A secret. He's got evidence that Bobby Lashley isn't this family man that he says he is, I guess. I don't know. This could go either one of two ways, nothing in between. It's either going to work or it's not. I honestly think that this could be Alexa Bliss, Bayley, fucking This Is Your Life fucking skit. Well, yes, but I think the way it's going to go is going to go to the Nia Jax, Alexa Bliss, and Bayley. Wake up, Bobbit. Bobbit!
I am awake.
Okay. Next, we had Alexa Bliss versus Bayley versus Mickie James in a Money in the Bank match. And Alexa Bliss wins again. Shh. Alexa Bliss wins. I'm okay with this, but then again, I'm not okay with this. They have Bayley and Mickie James. Well, I'm okay with Alexa Bliss winning. Not that I don't think she's going to win it. I don't think she's going to win Money in the Bank. I hope she don't. If she does, fuck the women's division on Raw. It sucks. They already have a shitty champion. And I'm not picking on Nia. She is terrible. She can't cut a fucking promo. She can't carry a match. She can't. The only thing she can do is Brock Lesnar shit. That's all she can do. Which I'm telling you, Brock Lesnar cannot carry a match. So earlier in the show, and I forgot to bring this up, Jinder Mahal was speared through a wall. Well, it really wasn't even a fucking wall. It was just fucking plaster, that drywall put up, and then he was speared through it by Roman Reigns, and he was unable to compete in the match that Jinder Mahal was supposed to be in for the final spot on Raw for Money in the Bank. Earlier in the show, Kevin Owens went to Kurt Angle and said, I want a rematch. And he said, no, you're not going to get it. And I wasn't thinking about this, but when Kevin Owens said, I'll make a call, and it was to Stephanie to say, you better put me in the match or whatever. And so earlier in the show, probably about a half hour to an hour before the match, I think Kurt Angle, if he would have gotten his way, was going to put Chad Gable in the match, which would have been okay. I would have been okay with it. But Stephanie, who was on the phone, said, nope, we're going to put Kevin Owens in the match. So instead of Jinder Mahal being replaced by Kurt Angle's replacement, Kevin Owens versus Bobby Lashley versus Elias. Kevin Owens ends up winning this match, which I'm okay with, because, look, Kevin Owens lost the Universal title and never got a rematch for it. Same with Finn Balor, who's also in this match. There could be a possible story there for that. I'm looking forward to that. I gave Raw a 4 out of 10, but the more I thought about this show, a 2. At best. Show was terrible. There was no excitement for anything. Just did nothing for me. Bob, what are your thoughts on the show?
Oh, Raw was just terrible.
Yep.
Oh.
See? It was god awful. I mean, I wouldn't, if I wasn't streaming it, I probably wouldn't have watched it.
Dude, I was falling asleep when he was talking about Raw. That's how bad it was.
I know.
It'll make you fall asleep talking about it.
I know. I could see your head bobbing. Hey, what's up, Johnny Ray? How's it going?
Johnny!
Oh shoot, I did not mention that. They apparently Randy Orton had knee surgery. He had torn meniscus in his knee. This just happened. This just came out today. I've heard July he'll be back, but I don't know. They haven't really given any timetables, so I'm not sure.
Also, Jeff Hardy is injured. He fucked up his leg.
And how bad?
Not sure yet.
Because they didn't. When did you find this out? Because I didn't hear anything on this today at all, and I was all over social media today.
Right after it happened.
It's fine.
It happened at a dark match on SmackDown.
Okay, but where did you hear?
The same place I get all my wrestling stuff from, Pro Wrestling.
Okay.
Something.
All right, so we move on to SmackDown. This show is what I have been waiting for a long time. Cody's saying that he sprained his ankle, but he is okay.
Okay. Cool.
We'll see. We'll see on Tuesday. If he's not there on Tuesday, that being said, Monday and Tuesday might be a little. I might not be there right away. Heather is going to be running the show, along with Bobbitt, Johnny Ray, and Trek. I will pop in. I will pop in when I can. I'm going to be all the way in Seattle, so I'll be on the West Coast. So I won't get done work till 5, which is 7 o'clock my time, or here. So I won't see the beginning of the show, so you guys will have to catch me up. Um,
Un- Unfortunately, Mr. JP here is going to be in hipster hell.
yeah. If I didn't have to leave my room, I wouldn't. Um, but we go to SmackDown, and it starts with Daniel Bryan being interviewed by, was it Renee Young? Renee Young. Everybody keeps asking, why is Renee Young on both shows? Because she is the best. And how did Heather say this? She is the one. She's the only one worth the salt, right? She's the only one that knows how to fucking interview somebody. She's the only one that knows how to fucking do anything backstage. Charlie Caruso, she sucks. I don't know who else they have. They suck. So, yeah. That being said, that's why Renee, she's the best at what she does. Um, so Daniel Bryan was interviewed by Renee Young, and she asked him, "How do you feel about what happened last week?" And he was gonna let it go. Out comes Big Cass. I mean, he talked about how it's losing isn't not anybody wants to lose. People want to win. Everybody wants to win. You just can't win them all. Losing isn't the end of the world. Kind of fucking promo that he was cutting. Cass comes out and he starts talking his shit, how he's going to beat Daniel Bryan up everywhere Daniel Bryan grows, he's going to be a shadow. Blah, blah, blah. Daniel Bryan snaps, beats the shit, I mean, literally beats up on Big Cass and beat the crap out. Didn't even let Big Cass get a shot in. Tore his knee up. He worked over his knee that he had injured. Are they burying Big Cass? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's just all part of the storyline. Um, but we could it could be a burial. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, the donation link doesn't work because there's an extra dot in there. Just take that dot out after the colon. Um, and then you should be able to do it. Um,
You mean somebody wants to donate? Holy crap, that's awesome.
yeah, hold on. Oh shit. Do you want to put the stream or the link to the stream in there, Bobbit? To Streamlabs. You know what it is, right? Yeah, copy it from the thing and take the period out.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then link it into the chat. Um so Daniel Bryan works over Big Cass and it pretty much ends that right there, and I didn't even turn on Streamlabs. Bobbit, you're gonna be disappeared for a hot minute.
That's fine. Nobody can see me jacking anyway.
Oh my god.
Oh, Oscar! Oscar!
What the fuck, Bobbit?
Not gonna lie, I'm kind of tempted to order that Oscar figure, the creepy one.
Yeah?
Gotta give my cohorts some love. Shout out to the chat. Charlie bought a loading it fail.
Thanks for the donation, Johnny. It's much appreciated. He donated $20.
Wow.
Thanks for the donation, boss. It's much appreciated.
Dude, thank you so much, Johnny.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
Yep. So, what's going to happen with Big Cass? I don't know. I don't think anything's going to happen with him. I think they're still going to move on with the storyline. I just don't see them burying him because they've invested time in him. Why bring the guy back and then not do anything with him? What, just because he beat the shit out of a fucking midget? Who cares? We'll move on.
Midget's lives matter.
No, they don't. So anyway, the next match was New Day versus a Bar. Winner chooses one member for Money in the Bank. This is why they put a kibosh to the tag team Money in the Bank. Because the New Day is the Freebird. They use the Freebird rule, and they've been using that gimmick for years. Ever since they started doing it. So they were like, we're just going to put a kibosh to it because there's no sense in us having it. So that they're not going to do a Money in the Bank for the tag teams. So the New Day ended up winning, and there's a lot of speculation that Big E is going to get the push. I'm going to go and say Xavier Woods is going to be in that match. He won the match. I think he's going to be the one that's going to get to be in the Money in the Bank. To be honest with you, I would much rather it be Kofi Kingston because that match more suits him better. But Xavier Woods has always been stuck in the background to Kofi Kingston and Big E. I would let Xavier Woods have his moment in the sun. I don't think he's going to win it, but let him have his moment in the sun. And if they do fucking win it, they aren't going to do the fucking Freebird thing with that. Why does everything have to be the fucking Freebird rule with fucking New Day? Who cares? There's two fucking YouTubers out there. Heather knows who they are. One starts with an S, the other starts with an L. They're always talking about they should Freebird rule that Money in the Bank briefcase, and like if Xavier Woods loses it, then let Big E try to cash it in. Well, once you cash it in, you lose it. You're done. Freebird rule. You don't get it again. Dumbasses. Two fucking retards. They try so hard to think too much. They think too far ahead of themselves. But the New Day ended up winning. They ended up beating the Bar. Sheamus and Cesaro. Do I think Cesaro could have been a good entrant? Yes. But they ended up going with the New Day, which whatever. I think they're going to break the New Day up eventually. That's what this is leading to. Next we had Andrade Cien Almas' debut. Everybody was speculating he should be in the Money in the Bank. He should be in the Money in the Bank. Why would you have him not win his first match in WWE? You don't debut somebody and then have him fucking lose. So, yeah, but I'm talking in a match by himself where he's just having a match. I wouldn't have him lose, so they ain't gonna put him in Money in the Bank, which I'm okay with because he has done nothing to deserve a Money in the Bank title shot, even if he did win it. Next we have Becky Lynch versus Mandy Rose versus Sonya Deville. They're trying to disband, and we've seen a little bit of it, and I thank God because they both need to go their separate ways. They're trying to disband Absolution. And this is the way they're doing it. There was some dissension between Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville in this match. Hence, that cost them two the match. Becky Lynch wins. She's going to Money in the Bank. She is my favorite to win it right now. Until they get everybody involved in the match. Are you going to play? It's fine. I was going to watch a baseball game. Nope, you're fine. Then we had the Carmelibration, and this is where Bobbitt got literally fucking excited. Bobbitt literally cried during this segment, which
Yeah.
I knew it was coming. It's deserved. Everybody says, well, she should have had a number one contender match. Everybody else is in the Money in the Bank. Who else are you going to have her face? I would have. I could see them putting her in fucking Naomi in a number one contender match, but I think she's going to end up being in Money in the Bank anyway. They still have a couple more slots for the women to go yet anyway, so. But there's really the obvious choice. The obvious choice is Asuka. She interrupted, or Paige came out, interrupted Carmella, and thank God that celebration didn't last as long as it did, because I would have probably broke my TV. I was so just annoyed with. She is annoying people. Anybody that thinks Carmella is great for the women's division as champion either needs to get their head checked or they need to stop doing drugs, because that woman is terrible. She's worse than Nia. If it was Nia and her, I would pick Nia over her. Carmella is terrible. She is got to be the worst champion I think the women have ever had. Can you think of a worse champion? Yeah, but she didn't win championship, did she? She just won that Royal Rumble thing, the Battle Royal.
Yeah, there was a man that held the women's title.
That was Harvey Whippleman.
There we go.
But that was a storyline. It was a funny storyline. What about you, Bobbitt? Can you? I'm talking about an actual woman now that held the title for more than a day. You know what I mean. Come on. What about you, Bobbitt? Can you think of any? Name it.
Jillian Hall.
Yeah, but she lost it like that night. She barely held it like 10 minutes. Jillian Hall. So really, I wouldn't even consider that a title. I'm talking about an extended title reign here. I'm not talking about a week. I mean, really, there isn't any, in my opinion. She's the worst. She is the worst women's champion ever. So yeah. Then the main event is Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles. Winner picks the stipulation for their match at Money in the Bank. There's people out there, there's memes out there, there's stipulations out there as to what match it should be. Rochambeau is a term that I like to use. If you ever know what a Rochambeau is, I do know that term from South Park. That's where I kick you in the balls. Whoever kicks in the balls harder wins. You used to love that game. But there's only one way to go about this. And Shinsuke Nakamura ended up winning the match, beating AJ by old school tactics. And those old school tactics were he faked getting hit in the nuts with the referee's back turned because of what happened off the previous to him doing that. That spot got me excited for that match big time. That was the best match them two have had since they've been in WWE together, since they've been wrestling together. Here's the match. An I Quit match. An I Quit match where somebody has to say I quit, cannot be a count out, cannot be a disqualification. An I Quit match. Somebody has to say I quit. You can't have a double count out like they did in the last one because they've already done that. You can't extend this feud anymore. Shinsuke Nakamura either needs to win the title or trade him to Raw when he loses, or just release the guy and let him go back to New Japan. Because Shinsuke deserves the title. I don't know why they haven't given him the title. He has so much charisma. This guy does not need to talk to be a champion, people. I don't understand why they have... No, because the last man standing match, Johnny... Okay, go ahead. But I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to add on to it. Last man standing match, they can still have the double count out. I don't know. Yeah, that was one of those things out there, Trek? No, because that's just dumb. Enough with the fucking kicking. The kicking in the balls is done. That has passed. That has passed. Now it's time to move on to something else. It's time to move on. Don't be mad. You can say what you were gonna say. I was just gonna add on. But yeah, so I mean, I don't see any other way. They've already done the like I said, they've already done the last man standing, kind of. Because if you do that, then it'd still be a double count out. Because they did it with Asuka and Nikki Cross, where Asuka barely beat the 10 count. So there can be a double count out on that. They've got to word stuff right when they're making these fucking matches. Can't be a double count out at all. So that, that's all I've got to say about that. Pretty much that's all I have. That's kind of how this show is going to go. We're going to go over little news and notes, and then we're going to go over the recap of the show. I know I went a little long with the recap, but putting Bobbit to sleep, but so
Nah.
yeah, it's all right, man. I know you're probably tired. Stayed up all night playing video games.
All that, but freaking work killed me.
Oh, you had to work today?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that happens. Well, there you go. Shinsuke Nakamura wins the title because he doesn't know how to say I quit. So that being said, I think we're gonna end her here. Bobbit, do you have any final thoughts? Shh.
Yeah. Thank you all for coming out. Thank you, Johnny Ray, for the donation.
Yep.
That was really, really nice of you, buddy. And we'll see you next Friday. And special shout out to the Hymn of God for Get Me Black Ops. And make sure you speak English and stay sexy.
Yep. And don't forget, you'll see Bobbit Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday next week.
And also we'll be there. Also, we'll be in the Monetize This Watch party later tonight.
I too as well. Maybe for a little bit, yeah. That being said, I'm gonna end it here. I have to go to a birthday thing. Hopefully my uncle's still up there. If not, whatever. Who gives a shit?
It's his birthday.
Yeah, it is. So that being said, I want to thank everybody for being here. We're gonna do this again. We might do this on Heather's channel next week. We'll flip it back and forth, I think, Bob. Does that sound all right to you?
What time?
Next week, Friday.
Oh,
We'll alternate channels.
that's fine with me.
And then we'll go from there. So, with that being said, guys, thanks for being here. I will talk to you later on tonight in the chat.
And make sure you check out our Mine and Heather's show Saturday.
Yeah.
Behind the Reels. We're doing the review of the first Deadpool.
Okay. Sounds like fun. I actually seen that movie. I don't remember much about it, but Deadpool.
Oh, that's a really good movie.
Is it? Who cares? But anyway, my niece says bye too. Whatever. So, you guys have a great night. I love you. You sexy beasts. And we'll see you next week for episode 3 of This Week in Wrestling, where Hopefully we have all of the Money in the Banks built, the matches. I know that we're getting the one match, and that is Big Cass versus Daniel Bryan. Is it? No, it's Big Cass versus it's not Daniel Bryan. I can't remember, but it's Big Cass versus somebody, but it's not Daniel Bryan. I can't remember. But yeah, we'll see you guys on tomorrow, and then I will see you guys hopefully Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. I love you all. Again, y'all have a great fucking night.